Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley. Today in this class we'll be looking at idioms once again. Once again, idioms that have to do with a part of the body, and today we're going to be talking about the hands. Idioms that somehow are related to hand or hands. Now, okay, there's many connotations to hands being skillful, helping hands, being helpful, and maybe some others that we'll discover. As we go through the material, students will take turns doing some exercises, and we'll discuss them as we go. I'll attempt to think of any other related idioms, and students who join me can certainly help me do that, as well as try to talk about the situational use of these idioms as we go along. Okay, let me start by welcoming students to the class. Hello, Anna.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you as well. Salvatore is also with us. Hi, Salvatore. How are you doing?
Hi, Huckley. I'm fine, thank you. Nice to see you again, and good morning. Good afternoon for you. Now.
Yeah, right. Good morning to you. All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Okay, Pavel, how are you? Long time no see.
I am fine, thank you.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. And hello, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Good. Okay, nice.
All right. And also let me welcome Nader to the class. Hi, Nader. Hello, Nader. Welcome, welcome. Okay, hopefully he'll message in a little bit. Okay, we're going to start off just a little bit different today. We're going to jump right into looking directly at some, excuse me, some idiomatic expressions in some statements. Then we're going to try to use them in a fill-in-the-blank exercise. So, okay, let me just do a screen share and we'll get started. If you could help me out and just read them and then we'll talk about them. Anna, can you read number one?
Okay, teacher. Shops and houses change hands when they are sold.
Okay. Shops and houses change hands. Okay. And basically anything else. Really, what are some other things? Can you think of anything else that might change hands? Any other examples?
Money.
Money changes hands. Absolutely. That's a big one. Okay. Actually, that's a huge one. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, and we often talk about money changing hands in reference to, okay, some shady deals going on. I think money changed hands. Oh, I think they bought the election. I think there was some money changing hands. Something like that.
Yeah, the same here.
Yeah, okay, the same
Yeah.
here. All right. Okay, well then, enough said. Let's move on. All right. Salvatore. Okay, let me quickly just welcome Roberto to the class. Hi, Roberto. Welcome.
Hi, Richard. Hi.
Hello. We'll talk a bit later. Hi.
Thank you.
Salvatore, could you read number two?
Yes, excuse me, Huckley. Can
Yes.
I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What does it mean, change hands? Means change value? Means this?
Not exactly. It means one person has it in their hands, like in a shop or a house, it means the shop was sold to another owner. Now the other person owns it. All right. When money changes hands, okay, well, one person has money and then somebody else has the money. But literally anything can, like, you know, the car has changed. We often use it in reference talking about the actual object, not the people. So I saw money change hands, or my car has changed hands 5 times since it was sold new. All right, so I'm using it in reference to my car.
Okay.
It's a little weird to say, oh, the car changed hands from Roberto to Salvatore. That's a little strange. We don't use it that way. We use it, so yeah, there's another hand expression. Thanks, Nidair. So it's a second-hand car, all right? Anything that's owned by somebody else after it was new is second-hand. Second-hand whatever. Second-hand furniture, second-hand car, second-hand clothes. Right. Okay. So yeah, anything that's second-hand has changed hands, actually, so they are related. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you take a look at number 2?
If you reject something out of hand, you reject it totally, with no discussions.
Okay. Now, here we're talking, usually you can reject something physical out of hand. Salvatore, if you offered me some chocolate cake, I might say, oh, no, thank you. I'm on a diet. I absolutely can't. All right, I reject it out of hand. But more often than not, we use this idiom when we're a little surprised by the reaction of rejection. So more often than not, it's used about abstract things. The boss rejected my idea out of hand. That would be very common. So it's often used reject an idea. Okay. Can be used for physical things, but people don't actually express this idiom unless it's a little bit surprising that they rejected it and they didn't even, they just said, no, no, no way, no, I won't even talk about it. It's a little surprising. All right. Pavel, you read number 3?
People who live from hand to mouth never save for tomorrow.
This was kind of interesting. Okay. This one's kind of interesting because it makes it sound like these people are just spendthrifts. They like to spend money. But that's not what this idiom means, to me anyway. To me, it means they're poor. They have a very low income. They don't make much money. So all their money has to go to food and shelter and clothing. That's basically what it means to me. So I don't exactly like the nuance of this example. People, for me, people who live from hand to mouth don't usually have a choice. You know, if with somebody who had money but just spent it all and never saved money, I would say something different. I would say they like to waste money. He just wastes his money to spend thrift. I don't know. All right. So, okay, I don't exactly agree with that sentence. Rebecca, can you take a look at number 4?
Yes. Number 4. If you have a big hand in something, it means that you have had a lot of influence over it.
Okay. And this one can be used without big. He had a hand in something. It's not necessary the big can be there or not. Even a small hand. Well, I had a small hand in it. It is possible to use. Okay, now this often it could be something like a project or I don't know, a marketing campaign, a wedding planning, anything really, but usually it usually has to do with something that needs to be organized or that is obviously a group effort. Otherwise, you'd say he did it all himself. Okay. All right. Okay. Rebecca, can you think of anything that you've had a hand in? Example.
Yeah. I going to ask a favor to a friend of mine because I think she has a hand in that company.
Okay, she would have a hand in running that company, or maybe you could say she has a hand in hiring at that company. You would,
I'm hiring. Okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah, sounds
okay,
better.
right. So you use it practically more like that. I think she's a part of hiring, or yeah. Okay. All right. There we go.
Thank you.
All right. Let me quickly give a shout out.
Teacher, could I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, Roberto.
Yes, a big hand could be in poker.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Another definition of hand is a hand of poker. It's like one round of poker, or actually, there's two definitions, Roberto. The cards that you are holding, whatever they are, whatever the card game, is your hand. All right. And also, especially when it comes to poker, you play games of poker in rounds. So one round from start to finish is a hand, okay, of poker. If you have a big hand in the poker game, there's a lot of money.
Okay.
There's a lot of money changing hands during the game. All right.
Okay.
So there you go. So yeah, okay. That can be a big hand too. All right. Good point. All right. I just want to quickly say hello to Ken before we continue. Hi, Ken. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. All right. Number 5, Nader, if you've got your hands full, well, this was pretty straightforward. You're very busy with lots to do. Nader, do you have your hands full right now? You are able to attend a verbling class, so I suppose that means that your hands aren't completely full. All right. Can you think of Nader? Can you think of another idiom with a similar meaning? You're very, very busy. That has to do with eating. Okay. I think you have a full plate. Means pretty much exactly the same thing. You have a lot on your plate. Is another way we say it. Yeah. All right. You can say swamped with work. Lots of ways to say you're really busy. All right. Fair enough. Roberto, you take a look at number 6.
If things get out of hand, they get out of control.
All right. Roberto, do you ever get out of hand?
Okay. I suppose everybody, I think, get off control sometimes.
Okay, that's fair and honest answer right there. All right, a person can get out. I just said that because I wanted to demonstrate. Yes, a person can get out of hand. He got really out of hand at the party. And by lose control here, we can mean out of control, silly, stupid, drunk. We can mean out of hand like angry. Things can get out of hand at work because it's too busy. There's too many customers. So the out of control part is really wide-ranging. Anything that's beyond the norm, actually. Okay, so very wide-ranging idiom. Can be used for a lot of things. Things get out of hand, or people get out of hand. Things get out of hand, we're talking about a situation. Oh, she started arguing with the boss about her parking space, and the next thing you know, things really got out of hand. Something like that. Okay, Ken, can you take a look at number 7? Would you mind reading that?
Okay, if you read everything you can get your hands on, you read anything and everything.
Okay. Okay. Pavel, hold that thought. I'll get back to you in a second. Let me just talk about this one. Okay, you read everything you can get your hands on. Yeah, all right, you read everything that you can. Everything you can get your hands on is used another way, too. Okay. All right. The thieves took everything they could get their hands on. Well, they stole everything that they possibly could. Okay, he ate everything he could get his hands on at the wedding. All right, whatever he could manage to take, he ate. So it can be used for in different ways. Stole everything, read everything, ate everything, took everything. Okay, you can use it. Notice it's some kind of verb: read, steal, eat. Everything you can get your hands on, too, as an exaggerated way of saying all they could get. Okay, Pavel, you had a question about, I think it have a big hand in something.
Yes. Can I say something about this man has a big hand in the police, for example?
Okay, I'm familiar with this. There's something like this in Russian, right? It means that it has to do with corruption or something. Yeah, okay, so it's not exactly the same. You would actually have to define it. Oh, he's got a... not exactly. You know, it would be more normal to say he's had a big hand, past tense, he's had a big hand in cleaning up corruption in the city. It's a little strange for me to say he has a big hand in corruption. Usually you have a big hand in something positive. Building something, not tearing things down. But not always. I can't say that that's true. Okay. Oh, her sister had a big hand in the fact that she finally got a divorce because her sister was always saying negative things about her husband. It can be negative, actually, but it's a little odd, Pavel, and not directly. And you have when you use it, you have to define it. A big hand in what? A big hand in the divorce happening, or the project going through, or the law being passed. So it's usually defined.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Good question. Thank you. All right, Anna, back to you, number 8.
Okay, if you have time or you on your hands, you have time to spare.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty direct. All right. We also use this negatively. I don't have a lot of time on my hands, so make it fast. Okay, if you ask me a question, you want a favor or something. So we often explain about our own time, you know, saying I don't have a lot of time on my hands. Or positively, yeah, sure, I have some time on my hands. Let's talk, or let's go to lunch.
Yes, like you manage your time. in the way you want.
Yes, that's right. You don't have any commitments or obligations. That's the idea.
Yes.
It can be used very specifically. I have some time on my hands for my meeting at 3 o'clock. All right, just right now. Or it can be used very generally. Since he's retired, he has a lot of time on his hands. So either way.
Okay, sorry, teacher, I have a question.
Sure.
These idioms is common to use in normal conversation?
Yeah, actually, pretty much all of these that we've just looked at are fairly common. I mean, things don't change hands that often. Things don't get rejected that often, but when the situation happens, they're very, very common. Okay. Yeah. For the purposes that I've been discussing, yes, I'd say all of these are fairly common expressions.
Okay, thank you.
Every one of them. Yeah. All right. Here's another one. All right. Okay. Well, all right. I'll let somebody read this. Salvatore, can you read this little obituary?
Okay. Willie Whitelaw was what every prime minister needs, a safe pair of hands. Newspaper obituary of a former deputy prime minister.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, first of all, Salvatore, what's an obituary?
Obituary.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, means a person that in this sentence, a person that read a lot.
That reads a lot? No.
Read every day.
No, that's not it. A newspaper obituary is a written publication notifying the public that somebody's dead. Okay? So this is the obituary of this deputy prime minister. This means since it's an obituary, I can assume the deputy prime minister, whose name is Willie Whitelaw, is dead. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if they do this in Italy or not, but in America or England, when somebody dies, the newspaper always prints an obituary with brief facts about their life: born, died, anything notable that the person did, and maybe an announcement where the funeral will be. It's common as well. Okay, but let's get to the idiom. He was what every prime minister needs, a safe pair of hands. What's the idea here, Salvatore?
Okay. A moment. That person was a prime minister that worked well for his country, means maybe.
Well, a safe pair of hands was what the deputy prime minister was for the prime minister. So basically, a safe pair of hands is referring to someone extremely reliable, trustworthy, helpful, someone who's not going to tell any secrets or stab him in the back. Another idiom. All right. A safe pair of hands is somebody trustworthy. So, usually in an obituary, you're going to say nice things about a person. This is a very nice thing, a safe pair of hands. Someone that could be trusted by the prime minister is the idea. Okay.
You can trust, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the not only trustworthy. Anna, you're absolutely right. Also, the idea that the person is reliable in the fact that he'll do his job. That's right. He'll do his job without messing things up. Absolutely. So, often used for work. Okay. Oh, I'm leaving town. I'm the CEO of the company, but don't worry, my company's in good hands. There's a very much related hands expression. I'm leaving the company in good hands, meaning somebody very reliable, trustworthy, both. Okay, that you're right, Anna. There is also an additional meaning of that they can do their job. Right. Okay, well, now, how many of these did you actually remember? Because we're going to look at them. We're going to use the idioms we just looked at and fill in the blanks in the next exercise. This exercise is in the form of how it would look in a conversation in a dialogue. So one person speaks and then the arrow indicates a second speaker answers with an idiom. Let's try this out. Pavel, number one. Don't worry, I will scroll up if you need some help remembering.
Let's go to that Greek restaurant we went to last year. It was nice. It's a Chinese restaurant now. It changed hands last September.
Perfect. And this is exactly how you would use this idiom. Exactly how. This is when it's very normal to hear this idiom. Is when something, when somebody's informing somebody for the first time. Oh, didn't you hear? It changed hands. It's okay. Somebody else owns it, or whatever. Okay, so I think this is an excellent example how it's used in normal use. Good job. You're right. Rebecca, number two.
Okay. Is there any chance you could work on Saturday? Mark's still ill. Normally I would, but this weekend I have to look. But out of hand this weekend.
Oh, well, possibly you could use that here. Normally I would, but things are out of hand this weekend, you would say. It's how you would say it. Or rather it's this future, so things are going to be out of hand this weekend. That is possible, meaning they're out of control. You think they'll be out of control because you're watching some children. That's possible, okay?
But it's not the best option.
Probably not.
Okay.
Let's
could you just scroll up?
Yeah.
Got your hand.
Mm-hmm. Got your hands full.
Full. Got your hand full. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So normally I would, but I have my hand. I will have. Again, it's future tense. I will have my hands full this weekend. Yeah.
I will have my hands full.
Yeah. So there you go. A good illustration of how this is used to talk first person about ourselves, and that's very common with this idiom. Oh, I would help you, but I have my hands full. How are you doing? Oh, I'm okay, but I got my hands full between the kids and work. Very common to use it to talk about yourself, actually. Okay. Moving on. Nader, did you show your ideas to the rest of your department? And the reply, they didn't even bother to read them. They rejected them. What? Do you know? Out of hand. Yeah. Very common to hear this one used in business. Okay. It can be used in other places, but, you know, business, ideas, they kind of go together. Usually, again, used for ideas, not really concrete things. So it's another pretty good example. Roberto, number 4.
Sorry, I hope these drunks are going to cause trouble. Don't worry, I call the police if things out of control. Get out of hand.
Okay, if things get out of hand, or you can say if they, meaning the drunks, if they get out of hand, or if things get out of hand, either way would be totally appropriate. Yes, you are correct. Okay. All right, that's way out of hand. Okay, and oh, by the way, all right, I just said that quite naturally without thinking. Things got way out of hand. That's another very common way to express that. Way out of hand. You should have seen it. All right. Ken, take a look at number 5.
Okay, we are decorating the house at the moment. It's taking ages. I could give you a hand. I've got a bit of blank at the moment. I've got a bit of.
Want me to go up?
A bit of hand in something.
No.
Hands full.
No. The idea that you can help somebody because you have time. There.
Oh, I have time. Okay. Maybe a bit on my hand.
Well, yeah, actually, can you use the word time? Time
on my hand. Okay.
There you go. Very common to use a bit of time on my hands. Some quantifier that says how much. I don't have much time on my hands. I have a lot of time on my hands. I got a bit of time on my hands. And again, it's very common to hear this idiom when you're talking, when somebody asks a favor. And either I'm sorry, I have no time on my hands. I have a bit of time on my hands, so I can help you for a little while, a short while. This is very common. This is another good example, because this is how it's really used. Sure, I've got a bit of time on my hands. I can help you. Not forever, for the next half hour. That's the idea. Anna, back to you, number 6.
Okay. How do you become a successful writer? Where do you get your ideas from? I read very widely. In fact, I read everything I can. Can you scroll up, please?
Mm-hmm.
I can. I can get my hands on.
Yeah, that's it. I read everything I can get my hands on. Okay. It's very common to use about people who read a lot. Bookworms. We also say he's a bookworm. Okay. He likes to read a lot. I'm a bookworm. I read everything I can get my hands on. But again, it doesn't have to be that. You could be a person who eats everything they can get their hands on. Yeah, could be. Okay, whoops. Next one, Salvatore, number 7. Salvatore? You there?
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
How are you managing since you lost your job? We're just... can you scroll up, teacher, please? We're
Yes.
We're just hand to mouth.
Okay. Yes, but you need live.
Live. We're just live from hand to mouth.
Okay. But of course, we have are, so we are just living hand to mouth. Are living.
Okay, we are.
Present continuous.
We are just yes. We're just living from hand to mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't able to save anything, but we manage.
Okay, they could pay their bills, but nothing else. Now, this is a lot closer to the meaning than what we looked at earlier. All right, you lost your job. Okay, well, there you go. They don't have money. Not that they're wasting money, they just don't have any. So this is a little better. You could also say here, we're just getting by. Is another way to say exactly the same thing. We're just getting by. It's the same thing. Another one, we're just keeping our heads above water is another one that would mean the same thing. These are interchangeable, all these. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Number 8. Please, Rebecca. No, Pavel. Sorry, Pavel first.
Thank you for organizing such an excellent meeting. Thank you, but don't forget Maria. She has a big hand in all the planning as well.
Okay. Past tense, she has had a big hand.
She has had. Ah, yes.
Okay. Right, and here's a typical example of how it would be used. To give credit to someone else. Absolutely. Okay, we use this to talk about other people. Usually not about ourselves. I had a big hand in it too. Okay, if you want to be petulant, childish, I suppose you could talk about yourself. Don't forget me, I also had a hand in it. I guess it's possible, but probably not that likely. Okay, we are now going to do some more fill-in-the-blank exercises where we're going to use these verbs up above here to fill in the blank and create another idiom. So, Rebecca, can you start us off with number 1 here?
Yes, that looks heavy. Let me take you a hand.
No.
No. Let me turn you a hand and your hand. Give you, come on, I didn't see this.
Okay.
Let me give you a hand.
That's it. Let me give you a hand. Let me help you.
Yeah.
And this could not only physically, this looks heavy. Okay, heavy suitcase or whatever. For anything. Oh, you're having trouble with your homework? Let me give you a hand. Oh, you're doing your taxes? Let me give you a hand. You're
Okay,
fixing your roof? Whatever. Could be literally anything on earth you're going to help with. We could use this idiom. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next one. Midair. I love it here. It's so peaceful. You can blank the number of cars you see here in a week on the fingers of one hand. And yes, you can count the number of cars you see here in a week on the fingers of one hand. Okay. Now, all right. The object here of the noun count. Okay, we have the number of cars here, but it doesn't have to be cars. You can use anything to express that something hardly ever happens. It could be anything. You can count the number of skyscrapers in my city on one hand, and you don't even need all this on the fingers of one hand. That's, at least Americans don't even. You can just say you can count whatever it is on one hand. We often drop this prepositional phrase on the fingers of one hand. It's understood you count on your fingers. But Okay, so it could be counting anything to exaggerate how seldom it happens. Now, this is physical. The number you're talking about, the number of cars. I could say you can count the number of times you've said thank you to me on the finger of one hand. You never say thank you to me. All right? I want to exaggerate the fact. We're having an argument. I want to exaggerate the fact that you never say thank you for things I do. All right? So you can use it to exaggerate anything that you can count. If you want to exaggerate how seldom it happens. Rebecca?
Yes.
Yeah, you got a little telltale heart going on there. Sounds like, you know the Edgar Allan Poe story, The Telltale Heart? Did you? It's like a beating heart there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, Anna, very good. You can count his friends on the fingers of one hand. All right, anything at all that you want to exaggerate how few. All right. Okay. All right, Roberto, number 3.
Martins is one of those annoying people who can hang their hand to almost anything. Sport, painting, music. He's good at everything.
Okay, he's good at everything, but no, not hand their hand.
Okay. Maybe take their hand.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay. The answer is turn their hand to anything. Okay, it's very often used to express this idea. Somebody's good at different things, but you can simply say you're going to do something. It can also be used that way. Oh, I need to turn my hand to this homework so I can get it done. It's not often used that way, really. It's kind of rare to just simply say you're going to do something, because of course usually we're just going to say I need to do this homework. It's not going to do itself. So we say this generally about someone. Oh, he can turn his hand to anything. It just means do anything. Okay, so it can be used specifically or generally. But I think more often than not it's used generally. All right. Ken had to step out. Anna, number 4.
Okay. And this report is strictly confidential. If it fall into the wrong hands, we would all be in serious trouble.
Okay. Since what we're constructing here is a second conditional sentence, I know that because I see we would, hypothetically, we would all be in serious trouble. So you have the right verb, but the wrong tense.
Yes, if it fell.
Yes, very good. Second conditional, an imaginary situation, or the unreal.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Past tense. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Yeah, if something falls into the wrong hands, all right, the wrong person is seeing it. Usually, obviously, we're talking about secret information here. You don't use this for something like a surprise party. Oh, if we're giving Susie a surprise party on Saturday, don't let the information fall into the wrong hands. You're never going to say that. You use this expression for much more serious things, like government secrets or corporate secrets or something like that. Not for simple little talking over the fence secrets. It would sound kind of ridiculous. Oh, I think Larry's having an affair. Don't let the information fall into the wrong hands. It sounds bizarre because it's way too strong for something like that. All right, Salvatore, number 5.
I don't care if you know who did this to your car. You shouldn't deal with it yourself. Call the police. You can't blank the law into your own hands.
Okay.
You can't. You can't. Sorry, teacher. Uh, can you scroll down the screen, teacher?
Scroll down. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
No problem. You can't keep the law into your own hands.
No.
Oh. You can't.
I don't know how to give you a clue without just saying it. You're. No. I can't. I'm at a loss. I'm trying to think how to give you a clue.
You can't. You can't know. The
No.
law. No.
You're stealing the. You're stealing the law. You're stealing the policeman's job. You're. Okay. Salvatore, I'm sorry. You can't take the law into your own hands. There's no other way to say this. This is the only way to say this. If somebody, for example, my neighbor broke the tail light of my car, I'm going to go shoot my neighbor in the head. Well, okay, that's taking the law into my own hands. There is no other way to actually say this in English. So this particular idiom is always used when somebody acts like the police, when somebody does not let law do its thing. Vigilante justice, I guess you could say it like that. You can't be a vigilante. All right, take the law into your own hands. Okay, so you are going to give justice to a situation, to some wrong. And it has to be a law. It can't be Billy pulled Susie's hair. You wouldn't say, oh, don't take the law into your own hands. It has to actually refer to government laws, policemen, and like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There it is. Good one to know because everyone uses it always when this situation occurs in English. All right. Pavel, number 6.
Number 6. You might not like his style or method, but you've got to to keep no.
You've got to blank it. You've got to blank it to him.
You've got to blank it to him. He's a brilliant salesman.
Okay. So, yeah.
To him. Keep maybe. No.
No, probably not.
Keep. Hand. Get to hand.
There it is. You've got to hand it to him. All right, you've got to hand it to him. He's a brilliant salesman. Okay.
Yes, Got to hand.
Right.
Aha. Okay.
You could also say you've got to give him credit. Is another way to say exactly the same thing. You've got to give him credit. He's a brilliant salesman. We often use this expression, you've got to hand it to him, as some kind of a contrast. Notice but here. He's a jerk. You don't like his style. Something negative, but, there's the but, you've got to hand it to him. He's a whatever. He's a pig. I think he's rude. He's misogynist, but you've got to hand it to him. He's always got a beautiful woman on his arm. I don't know how he does it. Something like that, where maybe not necessarily that it's surprising, and it can be used without this contrast, you know. But even with it, when you say it without the contrast, there's kind of a contrast implied. Okay. Even if the contrast is, I don't know how he does it, but you've got to hand it to him. I don't know how he does it. You've got to hand it to him. It's often actually spoken with, I don't know how he does it, or I don't know how she does it. All right, Rebecca, number 7. Okay, Rebecca?
Okay. Number 7. The problem with this company is communication. Half the time the right hand doesn't. The left hand is doing. Could you? And go down now, please. 10, tell. Listen. Turn.
What? No. Not
Keep.
turn. Okay. This expression is the whole thing. You basically need the whole thing, not just a short phrase.
The right hand. That is half the time the right hand is an expression.
The whole thing is the expression. This whole long sentence, really, you need to say the whole thing, or it doesn't make sense.
The whole thing doesn't. And go down. Scroll up, please. Doesn't. The whole thing doesn't feel.
Okay. The idea that it's disorganized.
Okay, it's disorganized. Doesn't. No, maybe.
That's it.
Yeah, doesn't know is negative, so doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
Right, the whole thing. Half the time, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Okay. The marketing in a company, the marketing department doesn't even know how much financing they have. The financing department has no idea that operations needs new equipment in order to keep production going, so on. Okay. Used basically for business, or quite obviously maybe for government. I think most of us can relate to that idea in our governments. In our respective governments, half the time the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. So it's not they're not organized, and they don't act with coordination together. All right. Okay. Nader, number 8. I used to play squash 3 or 4 times a week, but I just don't have the time now. I still blank my hand in by playing occasionally. I still... Any idea? Keep my hand in. That's it. Often this one is used for talking about somebody who is semi-retired. Okay? My grandfather retired from the company last year, but he likes to still keep his hand in. This is the most common way I've heard this expression. Keep his hand in the business. He's not there every day, 40 hours a week, whatever. No, just not necessarily practicing. Well, that's shown by playing occasionally. He practices. Just that he's still involved. It has to do with involved. It's used often for business. All right. Even though I sold my startup company, I still keep my hand in by doing occasional consultation, like that. I'm not really practicing. I'm staying involved. So actually, I think it's used more for my examples. I think are much better than this example here in the material. I've never heard it used for sports, actually. Maybe something like, oh, okay, maybe something like something you take a class at. Sure, okay, I've heard that before. Are you still taking karate classes 3 times a week? No, but I keep my hand in. I go like once a month now. Something like that, maybe. Often used for business, though. Let me give you a hand. Okay, by the way, I express the I give someone a hand is a very widely used term for helping, but obviously you can give someone a hand by applauding. Okay, quick speed round. Let's see if we can do this in like the next 3 minutes. It's a very simple exercise. Read the idiom. You may need hand or hands. Probably should be able to tell from the grammatical structure. Let's give it a quick shot here. Roberto, number 1.
We're living from hand to mouth at the moment.
That's it. Very good. All right, Anna, number 2.
Okay, she can turn her hand to almost anything.
All right, I think this is actually a better example of this idiom. Oh, she can do anything. She can turn her hand to almost anything. All right, used in a kind of vague and general way, like that. All right, very good. Pavel, number 3. Pavel? Pavel, you still there? No? All right, well, maybe we'll catch him in the next round. Rebecca, number 3.
Yeah, number 3. I've got a lot of time on my hand at the moment.
Hand or hands?
Hands.
Yes, hands. That's right. Very good. Got a lot of time on my hands. All right. Nader, number 4. You can't take the law into your own hand or hands. Nader, hands. That's right. You can't take the law into your own hands. It doesn't make sense if you say take the law into your own hand. Actually, all of these is very important to know if it's singular or plural. Roberto, number 5.
I still keep my hands in.
Hand in.
Okay.
Hand. See, okay. I still keep, if you say plural, I still keep my hands in. It sounds like your mother telling you to keep your hands in the car. Don't stick your hands out the window of the car while I'm driving. Keep your hands in the car. That's my automatic thought. I don't even think of the other idiom when you use plural. But that's the thing here. Anna, number 6.
Okay, that job has changed hands again.
Very good. Somebody else bought it, changed hands again. All right. Number 7. Pavel, are you there? No?
Yes, this information must not fall into the wrong hands.
Hands, that's right. Spies and such. Okay, very good. Rebecca, number 8.
I've got my handful at the moment.
Hands full. Got to be plural.
Hands full.
All right.
At the moment.
Very busy. All right, Nader, I called the police when things started to get out of what? Singular. I understood your notation. Hand. Very good. No, hand. Out of hand. Out of hand, not plural. I thought you were writing S for singular. Silly me. Okay, I didn't understand your notation. Things are starting to get out of hand. All right. And last one, Roberto.
They reject my idea out of hands.
Out of hand, singular. Out of hand, singular. Okay, we are all out of time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.